Hello, my name is Sebbi, and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Sunday, April 2nd, 2017. Indeed, it's April. Wow, that's crazy. Time flies when you're having fun or when you are busy, and I indeed was quite busy with moving to a different town and starting in a new job. So crazy times indeed. Luckily, I am also able to make some progress in writing my PhD thesis, which always is good because then I'm happy. Then I can see, okay, I am getting closer to my goal. I'm getting closer to the ultimate goal of finishing that PhD. It's not so much about getting that title, of course. Getting the PhD itself is an important thing. I mean, yeah, I'm going for this in order to get the title, in order to gain the credibility that, okay, when I do some research, then people believe me because I have the PhD. And I know it's a weird thing. The whole science community is a weird thing that you have to have a PhD in order to get results that are credible, in order to that people think, okay, what this guy is doing, that's good. But that's what it is. But yeah, this is going the wrong direction. It's not so much about getting, well, of course, it's about getting that PhD, but I must say, after working on this particular topic for 4 years, well, I'm a PhD student for 4 years by now, and even before that, I was working on this whole gamification thing during my master's program, and all in all, it was, I'm working on this whole idea for such a long time that it would be nice. It would be really nice if I could come to an end, if I at least can finish this PhD thing and just think about other projects I'm assigned, and the project I'm assigned to, and in general just get this whole thing of, okay, you have to be productive, you have to achieve a few things in order to make progress in getting the PhD. And in this case, yeah, it would be really nice when I can finally get this out of my mind, when I finally can say, okay, PhD done, now I can focus on all the other things. And so yeah, this would be cool. But it will take some time until I'm really getting there. I think it will take, what do I like to do today? I think I like to continue caving for a bit. We have this pretty extensive cave, and I like to continue exploring it. I remember we had some iron, indeed. This is what I wanted to say. We had some iron ore in there, which I like to mine and smelt, so that I can craft more iron-based equipment, tools, weapons, especially as my okay, I can't show it from here, as my chest plate is no longer in a good condition. So yeah, it would be really nice to get some more to get some more iron in. I have half of a day. I think in half of a day we can we do some. I also have my bed, so I can sleep inside of the cave. Yeah, this would be also a good thing to continue exploring that cave. And so time flies. So this was the topic I started this episode with. And I found out what my teaching will be all about. This week I had a meeting with my professor, with one of my professors, because this is also an interesting thing. I am employed by 2 professors at the same time. So right now I have basically 2 jobs or so, and this is really interesting, and I have to do the teaching for the professor that is not my PhD advisor. It's well, she is a professor for school education, so yeah, she teaches young teachers or people, students who like to become teachers, how to teach, how to this could be problematic, how to correctly teach, and what things are important. And one of her main topics is teaching with media and teaching about media. So this is exactly why I fit perfectly into her her teaching, because yeah, I studied media. My bachelor was in theater and media, and my master's was in media culture and media economics. So I perfectly fit into this the scheme of yeah, school education, media education. The only thing I'm not really familiar with is the teaching part itself. So I don't really have so much knowledge on education and so on. But that's pretty cool. I can learn a lot, and especially as with my gamification of learning, I of course have to discuss and also analyze my gamification applications and approaches from a teaching standpoint, from an educational standpoint. In this case, it makes perfectly sense that I am working for the other professor, for school education, and this, of course, is cool. It's a lot of fun. It's interesting, entertaining. I'm not so sure if the teaching itself will be that much of fun, because teachers or ongoing teachers might be a completely different audience in contrast to what I'm used to. But do I really need redstone, or there's some more iron, but I can't access that iron right away. I remember that somewhere was some more iron, but I don't know. I don't think it was up there. I should have marked where we stopped last. Oh dear, this might be... There's some gold. Some more iron. Oh dear, this is very dangerous. Okay, where was the part? Was it up here? I think it was up here where I need to get up. Let's see. Oh dear, this is still lava. Was this the way I need to go? No, I think this is the way I'm coming from. But yeah, this is pretty cool. And so I found out what I will be doing. So that's pretty cool. The other interesting thing I wanted to talk about, the university is relatively large. So there are departments of the university scattered all across the town. Luckily, the chair for school education is not that far away from the place where I am. Well, my PhD advisor and my professor I'm working for is researching, or is the head of the human-computer interaction department. So that's of course also pretty cool, and this perfectly fits into my research of gamification of learning, how you can create engaging, immersive, and intuitive learning environments. And yeah, this chair is located in I'm not quite sure. I think it's south and west. I think the campus itself is called the northern campus of the university, But to the east of the campus where I'm normally located, where the human computer interaction department is located, is another smaller campus, and there is the chair for school education, right? Oh dear, so many things to mix up, so many things to twist my brain, and yeah, so those two buildings and campus are a little bit apart from each other. I found out it takes me about 10 minutes on foot to get from my building, from the Human Computer Interaction building, to the school education building. So every time I need to discuss something, or I have a meeting with my other professor, the professor for school education, I have to walk over there. Of course, I could also drive by car and get there by car, but I prefer walking because it's relaxing. It's really nice when you just sit around in your office and then you can walk for 10 minutes or so. So this is quite cool, and yeah, this is quite interesting because this week I was traveling between both campus areas quite frequently, and yeah, it's interesting when your job is walking between those two areas. So this was cool. The first time I had to do this march was because I had a meeting with my second professor to get informed about what I will be teaching, what the seminar is all about. I will be doing a seminar on educating with media and about media. So this is really cool because I already looked through all the presentations and all the seminar materials, and it's basically exactly what I learned during my master's program. The only difference is that everything is part of, or is connected with the educational part, and I think I have fully explored that. Oh no, the cave continues a little bit that way. Yeah, it's connected with this educational part, which is really interesting because it's really nice to see how things I learned in my master's program and bachelor's program are used for media, and yeah, so I'm really excited. Okay, there is apparently a ravine. Ooh, there's quite an extensive ravine. This is cool. And there's a zombie, and maybe I shouldn't stand that close to the part where I can be shot down and fall into the lava. This would be okay. It's nighttime, so I think I need to set up shop here for a brief moment. I hope I can find out of my cave, or of this cave, before the end of this episode. So yeah, I at first I had to get over there in order to have a meeting with my professor, my second professor basically, and wow, this is cool. Unfortunately, I don't see diamonds. Hi. Yeah, how to explore that cave, that ravine. Is there maybe a different way to get into that ravine? This would be pretty cool. I need to see if there's a way down there. Then the next time I had to get over there because the chair for school education uses the normal office software, so Microsoft Office and all this fun stuff, but the Human Computer Interaction chair and research group is based, or does most of the things, most of the presentations with LaTeX, and yeah, I'm not really a huge fan, to be honest, with LaTeX. I mean, I get it. I see the advantages of it. It's pretty cool because you just can write your text, and the system does all the layout and make sure that everything looks the way it should look, without you to do all this fancy stuff in with the Office tools. But yeah, when you want to do maybe some, what I think is quite important, advanced layout, like placing images or so, then you sit there and well, I can't see. I need to dang it. I need to see what I am doing there. I need to really, yeah, be able to visually align and place my images. But with LaTeX, I just can, yeah, write some code like HTML and then compile it and hope that it looks good. And when it does not look good, then I have to do this process over again. And yeah, this is not a good approach for someone who prefers to work visually, who is really someone who, yeah, enjoys working with by seeing what is going on. And okay, this is going a little bit the wrong way, because what I initially wanted to say, so human-computer interaction uses a LaTeX, and so no Office was required for my work computer. But okay, I think this is what marks the end of this cave expedition. Now I have the chance to, or the task to find my way out of here again. I need to, yes, I think I need to get up here and then to the left. And yeah, so I needed Office for my work computer, and I got Office from the chair for school education. And this was the second time I had to walk over to this news, to the second campus area. After I got this one, I also got access to I haven't explored this direction. Well, maybe we can do this. I got access to their data server where they have all their presentations, but as yeah, with all the okay, I think I don't want to ruin my pick, my diamond pick, and I don't want to get down there, so let's just return to the surface. Yeah, I had to get over there in order to get my, okay, I got my thing, my Office, then I got access to the data server, but I wasn't able to access the data server with my computer because my computer was not activated, not activated, but was not part of this network group. So I had no chance to get the materials for the seminar, and so I had to walk over again in order to get all the files on a USB stick. And yeah, then that's what this is about it. So it was interesting. It was an interesting week to walk between the two areas quite frequently. And yeah, wow, I spent most of the episode talking about my weird job. Well, it's not a weird job, but it's pretty interesting, especially when you take a look at my educational background. I started with theater and media, then media culture and media economy. From media culture and media economy, I went on to PhD candidate in human-computer interaction, which is more a computer science area. And now from this, I went over, or I'm now part of school education, which is also interesting. So this is cool. This is really a thing I like, and it's also a thing I really like because I enjoy working in the whole interdisciplinary area. So seeing things from all different angles, and this is all the time fascinating. This is all the time amazing. So I'm definitely having fun. I'm having a lot of fun there. And I hope I will continue to have fun when the whole teaching thing starts. And yeah, this is pretty cool. Okay, can I discuss? Oh yeah, there was another important thing, a very important thing. Thursday night, yes, Thursday to Friday night, SpaceX launched another satellite into orbit. Nothing special, but there was something special because they did this with Falcon 9 first stage that already has been flown into space. So this Falcon 9 first stage has returned to Earth, was recovered, was refurbished, and subsequently used to launch this satellite. Not only they did this, they also landed this first stage again on the barge, and it was a successful landing. So the reused first stage flew once into space, returned, landed, was refurbished, flew into space, landed, and I don't know if they will use it for a third time or if they say, okay, that's enough or so. But yeah, this is pretty cool. This is really amazing. Also, they tried, or they were relatively successful with recovering the fairings. They also tried to recover the fairings, and I think they recovered one of the two fairing halves, and this, of course, is cool. This is really amazing, making spaceflight more and more reusable. So awesome. Well done, SpaceX. Really great job. That's cool. This is fascinating, and especially everything that saves resources, that makes things more efficient, is something I really support. Especially, as you know, I'm more or less an environmentalist. Well, not a radical environmentalist or so, but I prefer everything that saves energy, that protects our environment, that saves our nature, and that makes sure that we stop this whole bad situation of global warming. And so this is a great step. This was awesome, and yeah, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed watching this webcast. It was just before going to bed, so it was a great thing, seeing the landing, and then, okay, have to go to bed, and yeah, sleeping. So this was cool. Anything else? I still have a lot of questions, but as we are already, well, we are pretty close to the end of this episode. Oh yes, I can maybe tackle one question. Weekend Game asks, the media here is pretty good about discussing NASA and SpaceX plans for Mars travel and colonization. But what kinds of plans does the ESA, the European Space Agency, have? Good question. I have no idea. This is really an interesting thing, because I'm not entirely sure what they up to. I think they often talk about having some kind of moon village. There's I'm not quite sure if they are really associated to either, or if they just hope to, or if they are a contractor of either. But there's a company, I think it's a Belgian company, that does some moon village testing, so coming up with ways to build a base on the surface of the moon, to well, not really colonize moon, but to have a permanent base down there, maybe to the poles where things could be very interesting. And yeah, this is a thing. Then we are working on the European counterpart of the GPS, so that we have our own global positioning system. But yeah, then it becomes quite problematic. I'm also a little bit. This is really a thing where I'm not quite sure how this is going, because the European Space Agency is developing the service module for the Orion spacecraft, the spacecraft that should be used for, I don't know if they really want to use it for traveling to Mars or so. but they are developing this service module for it. And it's basically based on the design of the ATV, the Automated Transfer Vehicle. This was the European Transport and Supply spacecraft for the International Space Station. It flew, I think, 5 times, and then it was retired. And yeah, based on this design, they are developing the service module for the Orion spacecraft. But at this point, I'm all the time a little bit personally annoyed by the NASA and America and the States, and it's not that I'm the main problem is just they are developing the service module, but all the time when I see something about Orion, it's all about fly America to space, let's launch America, let's bring America back into space. And hey, you are using European hardware, you are using European technology. What about let's launch the Earth, let's launch the world into space, let's do it internationally? Why are you just focusing on America? I mean, yes, I understand you need to make some advertisement in order to get the support from the Congress, to get the funds and so on. But honestly, don't ignore Europe. Europe is another important partner, is important for the whole space exploration. And in the end, I really hope that when a mission to Mars, not launched by SpaceX or so, by a private company, but by NASA and so on, that this is a mixed group, and not only NASA astronauts, but astronauts from all the countries that have supported, that have contributed to the development, so that there are also European astronauts on board, maybe Japanese astronauts. I'm not quite sure if the JAXA, the Japanese space agency, is also involved in the whole development process. But yeah, this is really a thing where I'm a little bit pissed off, well, in a certain degree, because I don't think this is the right way to do the media coverage in this way, because yeah, Europe is an important partner, and don't neglect Europe. I mean, this is bad. Other than that, I don't really know what ESA is up to, because it's really, as I said, a little bit confusing. I mean, they are developing the service module, but they are maybe doing this moon village. On the other hand, they don't really have a spacecraft. They are not really working on a human-rated spacecraft, so they of course, I'm not quite sure if they can make the Orion 5 rocket or the Orion 6 rocket that is currently being developed a human-rated rocket, but yeah, it would be nice to see a European-built spacecraft, human-rated spacecraft or so. This would be cool. So yeah, I think this answers your question. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you will be joining me in the next episode. Until then, my name is Sebbi. See you!